of History of Islamic Civilization, Surakarta State Islamic Institute, I'll tell you about Trunojoyo'S struggle in against Amangkurat and colonialism. Trunojoyo is a Middle noble who dared to rebel during Amangkurat I and continue until Amangkurat II. This rebellion was a form of protest carried out by the Muslims against the injustice committed by Amangkurat I. The reason was that the things that Amangkurat I had done were inhuman, so that they could ignite the anger of the Muslims. The movement carried out by Trunojoyo had become a jihadist movement to eradicate Amangkurat I. 2. In the VOC, Trunojoyo's struggle was inseparable from the support and prayers of the scholars and Muslims to fight against the Dutch forces who tricked Amangkurat I until after the death of Sultan Aging. In 1624 AD, Sultan Aging Mataram conquered the Madura area. However, after the death of Sultan Aging was replaced by the powerful Amangkurat I, he collaborated with the Dutch VOC in dealing with the Muslims. In this case, Amangkurat I's attitude was weak. He had betrayed his holy nature and received advice and even criticism from scholars and Muslims. However, the advice and criticism that he should cut off Dutch relations made him furious. Sure enough, thousands of clerics and their families were brutally murdered by Amangkurat I in Aldiano. The number reaches 5,000 people. Then his son named Aldiano tried to fight back by asking for the help of Raden Katwaran. Amangkurat Rama, a Karabat Islamic scholar Mataram, he introduced his son-in-law, Trunojoyo, to fight against Amangkurat I, who is under the influence of the Dutch VOC. Trunojoyo is another name for Penembahan Midaretno, son of Damang Malaya, who is still a descendant of Sunan Giri. This Madurese nobleman also fought against Mataram because of the intervention of the Dutch VOC forces. Furthermore, after being able to form the Madura-Makassar coalition and successfully conquering Pasuruan, Paharakan, Gombong, Jerung south of Surabaya, Gresik, Sidib, Tuban, Arambang, Gogodong, Tegel, Pekalongan, and Saraban. Then the war broke out in the next 3 years, 1677 to 1680 m. At the end of 1676 AD, the Dutch VOC troops decided to send reinforcements to Amangkurat I. The ruler of Mataram, whose power was almost sinking, the release of the entire northern coastal area was in the hands of Trunojoyo. But it's not that easy to defend the area, because from the enemy, the Governor-General Spielman sent Jacob Coeur to collaborate with the Duke of Jakarta as Sunan's representative named Wangso. Ivo. The promise made by Spielman was to protect the Sunan from his enemies, with the consequence that the Sunan must pay all the costs of the war incurred by the VOC to face Trunojoyo. But what is strange is that he was very happy with the offer of VOC assistance in fighting the Muslims. Even he was proud to declare himself the son of Admiral Spielman. Finally, on the 12th to the 13th of May 1677 AD, the defense of Trunojoyo, which was centered around the Surabaya Palace, was destroyed due to the repeated attacks launched by the heavy artillery troops of the Dutch VOC. Even though the Trunojoyo fortress had been destroyed, he was not discouraged from realizing the ideals of the struggle by going to the mountains of Helad and Gentang, then building up his own power. Subsequently, on June 28, 1677, Trunojoyo ordered his troops to carry out an attack on the Mataram Palace. Amangkurat I felt that the rest of his supporters fled and died in the Tegawangi area when he wanted to ask the VOC for help. Enough short stories from me. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.